Hi. So today we will be reading part 2, chapter 14, the last chapter in part 2 of When Stars Are Scattered. So today we are skipping chapter 13. So I want to give you a quick summary so that you know what exactly happened in that chapter. So Omar has to answer a lot of questions about the interview for his friends. They're all asking about it and saying, "You're going to America, you're going to America." And then 2 months passed. And after those 2 months, Omar starts to get worried about whether or not he's going to be resettled. And he really wants to be. He's tired of living in Dadaab. And after that, he gets worried that the UN hasn't asked him for another interview. And later, Hassan has another seizure. So he's kind of sick again. And finally, Omar goes to visit Jerry and he learns that Jerry's dad is abusing or like hitting and hurting Jerry and his mom. So a lot of stuff happened in that chapter, and now you are caught up and ready for chapter 14. So as you're reading, make sure you make your screen full screen so you can read along with me and answer the questions in the Ed puzzle. So chapter 14. As I started 8th grade, I eventually thought less and less about America. Like I said, in a refugee camp, life goes on. I kept myself busy. I had a new grade and new teachers to occupy my thoughts. Hassan hadn't had another seizure. He seemed to be happy, caring for Brownie and helping Miriam. But whenever I thought I'd forgotten about America, something would remind me. Omar, wake up! I have good news! Are we being resettled? We're going to America? America? No, it's Brownie. She's pregnant. Brownie, the goat? Yes, that means we'll have 3 or 4 goats to milk soon, God willing. Where are you going? I'm going to fetch the water. I got so angry all of a sudden, angry at myself for getting my hopes up. I was still stuck here, and I was supposed to be happy about some stupid goats? Ho-yo! No, you stay here. You'll just slow me down. I'm tired of you slowing me down. I tried not to see the hurt and surprised look on Hassan's face. Omar! Nemo? Omar, my family got our second interview. Did you get yours too? Do you think it's really happening that we're going to America? I never thought it would really happen. How did you hear about your interview? Who told you? Tall Salon told my brother last night. Omar, where are you going? Sir, I heard Nemo's family was on the list for a second interview. Did we? No, Omar. I didn't hear anything from the tall UN officer about your case. Are you sure? Maybe? The only names on the list this week were Nemo's family and Adik Karim's, my soccer friend. So his family had gotten a second interview too. A new list comes out every week. As a community leader, I always find out if someone here is on the list. I'll send word the moment I hear anything. That fever that I thought had gone away, it fired up inside me and took hold of me again, worse than ever. Going to America became all I could think about. I'm sure we'll be on the list next week. They can probably only do a certain number of interviews per week. Our names must be on the list, on the list. But our names weren't on the list next week, or the next, or the next. I slid deeper and deeper into a dark hole. Not only that, but I felt like I had a darkness growing inside me too. It made me feel angry and mean, and I took it out on the people I loved most. I could barely look at Nemo anymore, let alone talk to her. I pretended I didn't notice that she was quieter and sadder than I had ever seen her. I pretended not to know when her family went for her second interview, or their third. I pretended not to listen when the kids at school asked her about it. When do you leave for America? We're not going to America. We're being resettled to Canada. I have to go. Wait, Omar! Please talk to me. I'm sorry it's me and not you. I'm sorry it's not Miriam. It's not fair. Please, Omar, forgive me. I pretended not to see she was torn up inside with guilt. I turned my back on her. I pretended not to know that I had put Jerry in a tough spot between us. She really feels bad, you know. If you just tell her you're happy for her, that you don't blame her for anything, sure, like that was easy for you to do when you thought I was going to America. Now that I'm stuck here, all of a sudden you're full of good advice. Maybe you're not stuck here. Maybe you'll still go to the UN. Shut up! You know it's not true. It's been months now. And what's more, I felt the meanness billow up inside me. What's more, you're happy I'm not going to America. You're glad I'm stuck here in the refugee camp with you. I'm trying to make you feel better. I'm your friend. That's more than I can say for you. I haven't even had one interview yet, and you don't even care. I was spreading the darkness around me, infecting everyone in my path. And the person I cared about most in the world got the worst of it. Hassan almost always helps with the chores these days. But now, when I feel so angry, I get impatient. No, Hassan, go back home. Stay with Fatima. Go. Leave me alone. Go! So how is Omar feeling at this point in the story? And who does that affect? His attitude. Who is that affecting in this story? So answering the Ed puzzle, Omar is feeling this affects, and there should be 3 people that it affects. Hassan? Omar? What's going on here? Are you two fighting? It's none of your business, Miriam. It is my business if you're being mean to everyone in the block just because you're angry. You don't understand. You don't know what it's like to be so close to your dreams and then it's as if the darkness is swept from my eyes. And for the first time in weeks, I notice someone besides myself. Miriam, your belly, you're not the only one with dreams to leave this place, you know. I could have gotten that scholarship to Canada, and now Nemo is leaving without me. And now, what if this baby is a girl? I know one thing for sure. She will not be forced to quit school to get married. I will see to that. The anger and the fight seem to leave all 3 of us at once. It's not fair, Omar. Why do some people get to leave and we're stuck here? I don't know, Miriam. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Life isn't fair, but I know your daughter will be lucky because she'll have you for a mom. I thought back to what Jerry told me years ago. None of us asked to be born where we are or how we are. The challenge of life is to make the most out of what you've been given. And despite all of the things I don't have, I have been given something very important. The love of others is a gift from God, and it shouldn't be taken for granted. I'm sorry, Hassan. I'm sorry, Miriam. Come on, let's go talk to Nemo. Nemo met us at the swing, for old time's sake. So, you're really going to Canada? Yeah, I never thought I'd be going without you, Miriam. Look, now on the bright side. Look on the bright side. Now you can paint your bedroom green like you wanted. Stop joking. It isn't funny. I don't care about a stupid color. I know, Nemo. I know. It's not fair. None of this is fair. It should be you, Miriam, or you, Omar. Why me? You're going to do great things in Canada, Nemo. We believe in you. It's okay. Don't worry about us. We'll be fine. Everything will be okay. So, what made Omar change his attitude about being so angry? What did he notice? Answer in the Ed puzzle. Omar changed his attitude because apologizing to Jerry was harder for some reason. Just talk to him. But every time I tried, I chickened out. Jerry was my best friend, and yet I'd been so focused on myself the past few weeks, I never once thought about how he was feeling. Shame burned hot in my chest. This wasn't the first time I'd been so selfish. Why on earth would he keep taking a friend like me back? The night before Nemo and her family left, the entire block came by her family's home to say goodbye. I always imagined if I left Adab, I would be laughing and feeling like the happiest person in the world. But everyone in Nemo's family was crying. For the first time, it truly dawned on me how scary this must be for Nemo. Dadaab may be a refugee camp, but it's the only home we've ever really known. Hoyo, hoyo, hoyo! Stop! Come back! Hassan! Hey, Hassan. Hassan, calm down, buddy. It's okay. He's happy to see you. Yeah, I got that. Jerry, I know. I had been a horrible friend to Jerry. No one would want a friend like me back. But the good news was we weren't friends. We were brothers. And the thing about a brother is you don't need words to understand each other. So that is the end of part 2. I want you to think about the entire section, part 2. Who are Omar's true friends and family? And how do you know that they are true friends and true family? Answer the question in the Ed puzzle. Omar's true friends are, I know this because, and include evidence from the book. All right, that is part 2, chapter 12. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for listening. Let me stop the Ed puzzle. Let me stop the video. Thanks for participating.